good to know that, oh, project management skills are in demand, and there are jobs out there online or on site. But there are certain challenges that you must know as a project manager. And these are interview questions that usually come into play. Okay, because if you're attending an interview, for example, you could be asked, give me a time where you came across a challenge in your project management journey or when you handled a project and how you overcame that. A very common problem and challenge to most project managers is what you call scope creep rather. So scope creep is the tendency for the project scope to expand beyond its original boundaries. Now, it happens all the time. It can, when you've been asked to, say, design a website or having 2 pages, and now once you're executing, you've done your budgeting, your manpower, and the stakeholders are saying, oh, we need more pages on this website. So scope creep is the tendency for project scope to expand beyond the original plan. Okay, and when budget overruns, most times people have reduced quality, which can cause poor communication and a delay in the overall quality of the project. So most times as well, scope creep also happens when the project manager does not have in place a risk management plan to accommodate that kind of excesses. There's something called risk management in project management, where you plan ahead for unforeseen circumstances and the remedies that you have to put in place. So managing scope creep, you can establish clear project goals. Now, as funny as it might sound, most project managers just jump on projects given to them by their bosses. The question is, what is the goal of this project? It should be defined and documented either by email or by or manual paper, but it's documentation is or in your project charter, right? So project managers should establish clear project goals and maintain effective communication with stakeholders and develop a comprehensive risk management plan. Have project reviews. A very good way to relate scope creep to project manager stakeholders when you are having such challenges, to make them know the effect it has on the overall goal of that project. If you have questions regarding this communication, we'll take them gradually by the end of the course, so you can just drop them in the chat. I can see some questions in the chat box as well. Now, talking about project management, it's not enough to know how to use Excel. The question is, what are the trends? What are employers looking for out there? We have what is called AI and machine learning. We also have hybrid and agile approaches to project management. We also have sustainability and social responsibility. And there is a lot of digital transformation going on, even in the industry as we speak. So what are these trends? How are these trends influencing your industry? If you are in the catering industry, if you are in the ICT, if you are in the construction industry, I know that at the moment, people in the real estate and construction industry are facing a lot of laws regarding sustainability, ESG, environmental, social, and governance responsibility. How are you putting this plan in place in your own trade? How does this policy affect you? So these are some of the trends that you need to put in place. Okay. So if you are into software, you work for a software company or a service-based company, AI and machine learning is one thing that you should look out for. How can you leverage AI to make your work more efficient? I wrote here that the increasing use of AI and machine learning in project management tools is automation. Okay, resource allocation. How best are you making use of some of these AI tools to automate your work? Some of these tools, especially work processing tools like Asana, are things that you can learn on YouTube, or you could also practice, and they have free trials on them. Hybrid and agile approaches to project management. A lot of times, project managers, especially upcoming project managers, have a confusing factor as to what we mean by agile. I'm very sure you've been familiar with what agile. Agile, simply put, is a mindset, more like a philosophy that is used to define the core values of project management, the systematic way of doing project management. We have what we call waterfall and we have what we call agile. So it's the mindset. And how do you express this mindset? Sometimes we use approaches like Scrum, Kanban to execute our agile approaches. So learn more about agile and how to incorporate these hybrid approaches to better adapt changing requirements and deliver value. Sustainability, we've spoken about that. The growing impact of digital transformation, like data analysis and technology implementation and change management. The impact of AI and automation on project management. So if everyone is talking about AI, because if you use Google Trends, you will know that there has been a lot of conversation on digital transformation. Of what impact is that? Does it take the job of the project manager? Of course not. Instead, it enables you to be more effective, right? These AI-powered tools, these automated processes, this data-driven insight are some of the techniques or approaches to embrace as a project manager to stand out from your peers. Okay, so AI-powered project management tools and software are automating tasks. They help you automate tasks like I'm happy that in Regenesys you guys use Jira to automate your projects as well, and to also streamline taxes. Also, give me a second. Okay, so what is your role in all of this as a project manager? You're a strategic leader. Now, as a project manager, you might have stakeholders that are directors, and bosses. But I tell you, you are more like a middleman that everyone looks up to because you are the chief planner, you are the chief executor, and you work with a team. That's what leadership is about. Now, being a project manager, you must be skillful. We spoke about how to use some of these project management tools, especially at MS Excel, Jira, or Asana. Then you must also not throw away the emphasis on soft skills like creativity, right? We've spoken a lot today, and it is not a cast in stone approach into solving problems as a project manager. So these are some of the roles that you will be playing in the future. You won't just be playing the role of managing just the project you are called upon, but you are managing a project that affects the overall output of the organization's output. In conclusion and final thoughts, the field of project management is one that evolves over time. And there are emerging trends and developing skills that are crucial for you, like embracing the use of AI. Some of the AI tools that you could use are generative AI tools, like very common to them is ChatGPT. ChatGPT to, proofread your write-ups, ask it questions, prompt it regularly, and leverage that in your thought, in your research, right? It doesn't take away the role of your own personal research. By leveraging AI and automation and adopting agile and hybrid approaches, what you do is that you are positioning yourself for the future of work, and even the future of work is here to stay. If you open your account I don't know if how many of us here are Fiverr or Upwork or freelancer.com, you realize that there are in-demand jobs there for project managers, workflow automation specialists needed. So you have some of those things. So you position yourself as a strategic leader and you drive organization success to come. So right here, I will just take questions. That's the end of the presentation. And I will end it at that. Thank you so much. I don't know if